Well, welcome back, guys. Welcome to episode 17 of the What to Do's podcast. Today it's only me, Sahir, and our salon, but today we have a very special guest. We have Funky Kong 245, as seen on Twitch, or you might know him as Daquon Jerrel from his art page on Instagram, or his Fiverr page as Daquon Jerrel as well. Introduce yourself, man.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. Yeah, I have like 10 different names that people call me, which is why I don't know what to go when someone asks like, "What's your name?" I'm like, I don't fucking know, man.
I was so confused. Like, so Sahir just gave me that rundown, right? And I'm just like, he told me to call him Mo. Who is Jake? Who is Jake One? What?
Yeah. Yeah, dude, there's people call me 6 different things, and anytime someone says what's your name, I actually don't know what to say, and I get confused myself. So I'm like, you can just call me Mo. It's like the easiest thing.
Okay, so we'll call you. Okay, so all right. So if anyone's confused, I'll be calling him Mo, but your Twitch name is Funky Kong, right?
I have a branding issue, bro. My Twitch. My Twitch is Funky Kong. Yeah, my bad.
So I know you started doing streaming and stuff like that. What made you want to get into that?
So I've been making content for like 10 years,
right?
Which you might not think because like I don't have any following, but that's because like I don't really post. I've just been doing it for like 10 years.
Okay.
So like ever since I was a kid, I've been watching YouTube and all that shit. And I'm like, I want to do that. So I've just been making like stupid Minecraft videos when I was a kid, and like slowly it's kind of evolved into like, hey, I actually know how to edit now. And I can make real videos. So like I started making like real videos, and I started streaming on Twitch like 2 years ago. But I get really busy with like school and work and all that shit, so it's never been consistent. But now that there's like this quarantine thing, I was like, hey, I should probably stream like consistently. So I've been doing that, and it's been like it's been really fun actually. I've just been streaming like 3 times a week.
Problem with the stuff you did in your YouTube videos, were your YouTube videos like very similar to what you're doing on Twitch now? Or like, did you have to completely change your style when it comes to Twitch?
So like YouTube is, I'll post whatever I feel like making. So like sometimes I'll do like, I do voice impressions. So like I watch a lot of cartoons. So like Chowder, I just did a video on like me pretending, like mimicking the voices for that show, stuff like that. But it also ranged from like tutorials on software like Photoshop and Adobe Premiere. Like, hey, this is a quick tutorial, like follow it. It's just like random shit that I do, you know?
How many views do you usually get on those tutorials? Because I'm like watching tutorials like all the time. So
yeah, let me actually check. So whenever I post the tutorial, the view count starts off very low. Like the peak it'll get on that day will be like 15 or something. But over time, like people, they start clicking on them. And right now, one of my tutorials is at like 130 views just for this stupid like Discord tutorial. So it ranges from whatever someone's like looking for.
It would
yeah, that makes sense.
I was gonna say it makes sense because like think about it, like everyone's starting their creative endeavors during the quarantine because like why not, right? So like those YouTube tutorials, you kind of struggle with those early on because like people are definitely gonna be checking those out nowadays. Going back to the Chowder thing, can you hit us with a rada, or is that like too much right now? Do we have to wait for that?
Yeah, I got you. Rada.
Sorry, did you watch Chowder as a kid? I don't know like what your cartoon like knowledge is really.
No. I watched everything. Yeah, so he's saying this because I grew up in Pakistan, but like, Chowder was one of my favorite cartoons growing up. Every day, I had to stream into watching.
Dude, my favorite part of Chowder, and this is so stupid. I just liked how their clothes moved. Like how like whenever they walked around, and their texture just moved around too. I thought that was so cool,
dude. It's so unique.
I don't know why, but it kept my interest too. Like I would watch the show sometimes, not even just to watch it, but like, hey, cool, clothes are moving, man. It's a part of it.
I was just gonna say, like, I recently started watching it again because it's on Hulu. Yeah. And like, when you're a kid, you're like, this show is funny because they have fart jokes and like the clothes move. But like, if you watch it right now, it's actually like the writing is like actually like so smart. Like the jokes you pick up on when you're older, like, holy shit, these guys are like comedy legends. You know what I mean?
Actually, there's something to that. I remember when I was a kid, my mother used to hate all the shows I used to watch on TV. But for some reason, she really liked Chowder. And I just could never figure out why. I guess maybe that's what it is. I mean, I haven't seen the show in a long time. It's on HBO Max. I might go check it out as well. But like, dude, like that show and Flapjack came out around the same time, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, Flapjack is like weird, man.
I don't like Flapjack. It's a little too weird for my taste.
Oh man.
I haven't seen it in a long time, but like it was really funny. It was just very disturbing, you know?
I get that. I get that.
They were trying their best to like be gross out, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of like our salon. My house was a little different. My house was my mom would hate anything live action. If it's live action, it has to be bad, you know. Any cartoon, go ahead, watch it. And I'd watch like Adult Swim cartoons, and she wouldn't really know what's going on. But she's like, "Oh, it's cartoon. Go ahead, watch it, man. It's not a big deal." Mo, you ever watch anime or get into that?
Yeah, man. Like you'd think I'd be like a super big weeb, right? But like the only anime I've ever seen is like Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and like Naruto. I just like I don't have time to sit down and just like waste my life watching all these like big ass shows. You know what I mean? Like,
Yo, I'm so
I don't
glad
know, man.
the co-host isn't here because he would cuss you out for not watching One Piece.
Yeah.
Yo, One Piece is like 20 years long. I'm not gonna sit down and watch that
He
shit.
sat down last summer and he watched all 1,000 episodes in one sitting. And I was
Holy
like,
shit.
what is wrong with you? Like something's actually wrong with him.
It's just like in
Look,
my
I got
mind,
nothing against the show. It's just too big, you know?
yeah. It's if it was like a standard American show, like maybe like 3 seasons, I would definitely give it a shot, you know. But
Yeah.
nah, it's still going. And apparently, it's gonna keep going until 2025. So that's a lot more.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay, so you started out doing these impressions, and then did the gaming stuff come after that, or did you like start with the gaming and just said some plain voices and stuff, and that's where it all led to?
So I've always been into like gaming and stuff just because like, you know, I'm a nerd. So that's always been like a thing I've been doing. The voice thing just kind of comes from I've always wanted to be a voice actor. Obviously that's a really hard profession to break into, which is why I've never actually pursued it because, you know, the cost of like spending time and money trying to do that. Like I'm brown. My parents are like, what the hell's wrong with you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah, I get that feeling.
it's just kind of something I do as a hobby. Like for some YouTube videos, I've been like voices for like some. I don't know if you guys know like stop motion. People make like Lego videos. I've done voices.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
those.
Oh wow, dude, nice.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, hobby stuff. But I try to tie it into like I'll make a video of me doing funny voices and like post it on YouTube. Like for Sonic the Hedgehog, I did one on that. Just voicing like Sonic, Shadow, Eggman, all that stupid shit. It's just fun to make, you know.
Yo, who's your favorite Sonic voice?
My favorite Sonic character is Shadow the Hedgehog because I'm edgy.
Damn, not here. Yeah.
Hey man, that's my favorite too. And you haven't been making videos for like just a couple years too. Like I saw like you and a bunch of your friends started shooting videos like years ago, like 3-4 years ago, right?
Yeah, so like I said, like I've always been making videos like since I was like 8 years old, you know. And I've always wanted to make like fun videos. I just like recording by yourself gets boring. So I've been trying to like convince my friends like, "Hey, can we make funny videos? Like it'll be so fun." And I finally convinced like them to like, "Okay, fine." So we sat down and we wrote like scripts and shit and like they were actually like really funny. And like we started filming it, but like it became very apparent that I was really the only one who cared like enough to actually like force everyone to do it. So like we didn't really film that much, so it kind of died off after like a year. So I kind of just recycled a bunch of content and like split them into different videos. But it was really fun when we did it. It just kind of died off after that.
I think I can relate very much to that. Don't worry about that, man.
Okay. Let me tell you about that. So essentially, our salon here, we actually started a Twitch channel a year ago. So last summer we had a goal. We're gonna go to Japan. We're gonna go to the Olympics in the summer of 2020. It's never happened. So the way we're gonna fund that adventure was we're gonna start a Twitch channel, daily Twitch streams, and just like make money off that. Arslan was the only one who was die hard into that whole operation, and he would be there every single day, ready to do this. And then it's 4 of us, right? So the other 3 of us, we would just be like, I'll be there like in 2 weeks. I can't do it for 2 weeks. And like, it's just like very randomly, people would come and go. And honestly, it was really, really hard getting an audience on Twitch. Like it was extremely hard. Like we would just stream for like 2-3 hours, try to advertise on socials and everything, and maybe get like 3 consistent viewers throughout the hours.
Yeah.
So when school started, we ended that endeavor. And then when we started this new podcast thing up, it's been Arslan who's been pushing it the most.
Yeah, dude, it takes that. Like, especially, I mean, not to like shit on you, Sahir, but like sometimes like you're just not as passionate about it. And like the person who's like, you know, maybe like his idea was theirs and they're like, dude, can we please fucking do this? Like, I want this to happen. They're going to have to like drive it, you know, and that's just what's going to happen sometimes.
I mean, yeah. Like I've kind of accepted that role at this point, and that's why I'm taking 70% of the company. But you know, it's just it kind of works out because like this is my passion. Like to be honest, this might come as like a surprise, but like Sahir, Umar, and Hashim, the three guys I do this podcast with, they don't really like podcasts at all. Like they don't listen to them at all. This is really just my idea because I listened to so many of them during my commute to like school and like working out and things like that. Like I've always been more of a podcast guy as opposed to a music guy. And so I really wanted to do this because not only is this podcast like a really cool way for us to like, you know, just, you know, make advertisements and make money as well, but like it's also like a really cool time capsule of like our time together during like this age. Like we all basically recently turned 20, right? Yeah. And I thought this would be a really cool way to like capture and make this like a time capsule of what our lives were like during this time. Like this podcast in like 30 years, if we ever look back on it, we'll know exactly what we felt during this quarantine, what we felt during like this stage in our life. And I just think that's super cool and super powerful. And that's just kind of why I'm pushing it so much. That's why I'm like, every single week we gotta do this because every week there's something going on and something we can talk about.
Yeah, I think that's like a really, really cool idea. And honestly, it's legit because like when Tom mentioned the stupid ass videos I made with my friends, like we still look back at them, even though they're like only like 2 years old. Like it's still like memories of like, holy shit, I used to look like that. Oh my God. Like remember when that happened and this happened? And it's like, it's really fun. And it's the same concept with like the podcast. You can listen back to your voice and be like, wow, I sounded like that. Like,
yeah, dude. Like I think content creation, like, yes, there is like that whole like aspect of like, you know, you hope you can make money, hope you can like support yourself with it. But there's also just the fun factor of it and like
it feels good to make something, you know?
You always take it entertainment. You always see a different form of media inside in front of your eyes. You see a video being played, you're hearing something, music, podcast, whatever. So when you make it yourself, other people are enjoying it just as much you enjoy other people's podcasts. It's a sense of joy and pride that you have. That I'm able to be like somebody that I listen to or I watch, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And Mo, you're not just a Twitch streamer. You have a plethora of content that you create. You're an artist as well, and you're a voice actor. Tell me about your art. Like when did I know you have a page? I've been following it for a while. Dude that doodles on Instagram. Go follow guys. Tell me, how did you start this? Like, when did you decide, hey, I'm gonna draw doodles and publish them, or like just show them off?
So like I've been drawing ever since I was a child, like 3 years old. And so when people always like, man, I wish I was like as good at drawing as you are, even though my drawings aren't that great, like to be fair, but like. No. It's just like, man, fuck you. Like I started as a shit artist too. Like, all you have to do is just practice. You know what I mean? Like, I've been practicing for like 20 years, that's why it's like decent now. So I just figured I'd like post them because, I want to, everyone wants to get their own following. I'm trying to like, post my art, maybe someone will like it. Cause like, I feel like my stuff's unique enough that like people be like, oh, that looks kind of cool. But that's why I post it,
And hey, man, think of it like this. Butch Hartman's been doing art for like 30 years and his art still sucks. So it works out.
Yeah, right.
Did you Butch Hartman is the guy who made Fairy Odd Parents and Danny Phantom, and I saw this thing on Twitter recently where he like charges people $200 for like these really, in my opinion, really bad looking piece of art, and it's just like really funny. It's just super funny.
Yeah,
like I said, man, like Sahir just told me about you recently, so I didn't get much time to prepare, but like this artwork on like your profile picture and stuff, is this your stuff or?
Yeah, this is me. I made like some I just like so I kind of do like graphic design, like kind of like I make my own like stream layouts and all that shit. So whenever I'm bored, I'll pop open like Photoshop and just throw stuff on like a layer and stuff and see what happens. I made like the profile picture. It's super simple, but I was like, hey, this is fun,
Dude, that's super awesome. But like I don't know where this bug came from me. Like I do the same thing as well, but not to the scale that you are. Like I just kind of do it if I feel like it. Like I made our logo, and our logo is like I made that in 2 seconds. It's not like nothing professional, right? And so like I don't know where that. It's like you said before. Like I just like creating things, and I feel like if you can, whenever you have free time, it just works out.
Listen, we're kind of broke, so subscribe to my Patreon, guys. It's great. Okay, it's a $1 version. It's a $3 version. For the $1 version, you get a patron shout out. get access to our Discord. You can talk to us. We can have conversations with us. You can get in our chats and stuff. And if you want to go step up, give a little bit more to us, $3 a month, man. It's literally not much. Just chump change, a cup of tea. You'll get bonus episodes every month. So you get 2 or 3 bonus episodes every month. You get a shout out on the pod, and you'll get access to our Discord, just like the $1 version. And you can talk to us, chat with us. You can make different topics that we could talk about next week. It's like, yeah, man, so come on, support your creators, man. Yeah, okay, back to the pod. Don't unsubscribe or anything.
Okay, so I mean, as everyone probably knows, there was like this massive explosion, I guess, in Beirut, basically.
Yeah.
I saw a statistic. I think it was like 70 people died and 4,000 people were injured.
Damn.
Yeah.
God, it was kind of insane. I think it was a nitric oxide related explosion that happened in some factory. I could be wrong on that, but it was. I woke up on the morning of and I was looking at it and I was like, oh damn, slight explosion, not that bad. And then the actual explosion happened and it's massive. It's massive, and I've seen the stats on it. Like if it was in the middle of Manhattan, it would reach out like pretty far in the tri-state area.
God.
Yeah. It wasn't a small explosion, and like Lebanon, a country that's already facing economic downturn, struggling to keep up with its finances. This is a huge hit,
It's wild. It was basically if a fireworks factory blew up in the middle of like a major metropolitan city.
Yeah, I saw a video, like some guy was filming it happening, and like it was actually terrifying to watch because like, you're just watching it. Imagine if you were there. You basically just have to think to yourself, well, this is how I die.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a giant explosion, and then everything just like the shockwave hits you and you just fall. That is so scary to picture, man.
Now, I was gonna say, I saw videos of people who were just recording and then reacting to it happening in real life, and it's horrifying. You see their expressions. It's pure fear in their face, and it's actually horrifying looking at people's reactions as it happens.
God.
Yeah, and there was like that wedding video I saw, like someone who was like taking a picture from their wedding day, and then like explosion happens in the background. It's wild. But yeah, our hearts go out to all those people. It's 2020 has been like pretty much the worst year in my recent memory, I guess. I can't. It's really hard for me to think of a year that was probably worse than this one so far, but who knows? Maybe they can surprise us in the future. 2021 still exists, right? So yeah.
Have you heard of the conspiracy theories that surround the explosion? Like people swear they saw X-ray versions of the thing and they seen missiles launching into the factory to make it explode and stuff.
So the conspiracy theory I heard. Oh, sorry. What would you say?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Oh wait. So the conspiracy theory I heard, and I had a really long discussion with one of our co-hosts about this. So apparently. And I'll be honest, I'll be upfront. I did not research this enough to be like completely accurate, but apparently there was like these Israeli planes right above the scene before it happened. And people are thinking it's like Israel attacking the Muslim countries again, trying to wage war in the Middle East, I don't know. I haven't looked enough into it yet, but apparently there's like a lot of evidence to support that, but I'm not going to lean one way or another yet.
Yeah, the president of Lebanon said that it's either negligence or a missile. Am I saying that word right? Missile, whatever.
I think it just depends where you're from.
Yeah, but there's no evidence actually supporting the fact that there's a missile that was launched at the scene. At least that's what USA Today said. I was reading an article about it. Our hearts just go out to it. It's a horrible thing that happened. I hope the families and like the nation itself recovers in time. A lot of donations and humanitarian care has been provided to the country. About $300 million has already been donated to the country. Hopefully, it's able to recover from now. This is attacked by this economic downturn soon as well.
Yeah, and on top of the quarantine and all that too, man. It's wild.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. So, Sahir, I know there was something that you really wanted to talk about.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing. This is a story that has nothing to do with anybody. It's just a personal anecdote, but it's happened this week, and I think I have to talk about this. So the last 2 weeks, right, even when we were doing this podcast stuff, my internet would just drop randomly, and I would have to connect my laptop to my phone's hotspot, and my Wi-Fi was just going ballistic. Like middle of the night, Wi-Fi would just crash, and I had no idea why. So we called the Verizon guy, right? He comes through like a couple days ago. He looks through everything. Then he goes outside to look at the Wi-Fi box because there's one inside. There's a router, and outside there's actual Wi-Fi box. And after like 5 minutes of being outside, I hear a loud scream, and I'm like, "What's happening?" So I thought he electrocuted. I thought he died or something. So I went outside. I went outside, like, "What's happening?" And this dude is running like a little bitch, and he's like running to his car. I'm like, "What's happening?" He goes, "Go inside. I'll call you." And I'm like, "What is happening? The hell?" So I go inside my house all scared. Like, did he just blow up my house or something? Like, what the fuck just happened? He calls me. He's like, "Yo, there's a big ass hornet's nest right on your Wi-Fi box." I was like, "What are you talking about?" I showed you the Wi-Fi box. It's empty. He goes, "Nah, B, I opened it up. I couldn't even see any wires. It was just a hornet's nest."
Oh.
He's like, "It took me 5 minutes to open it up because they had glued it shut with the nest." And I was like, "Stop." And he goes, as soon as he opened it up, like 50 hornets just like rammed his face. So he is scared. He drives away. I see him driving away. So I'm like, "Yo, where are you going?" He goes, I'm going to Home Depot. I'll be right back." He comes back with this like industrial like hornet killer, right? And like a whole mask and everything. And he just started to spray this whole shit down. And I'm like, wouldn't the water destroy my cables and stuff? He goes, "Don't worry, I'll buy you new ones." He's like, "Don't worry, I'll buy you new ones, bro. Don't worry about it." He just spraying like a flamethrower. And I'm like, okay.
I was gonna say, like, if I was your electrician, I would have come back with a flamethrower. Like, if I saw a hornet's nest in your house, I'm like, "Nah, it's not living for another day, bro." Okay, but go ahead.
It was like a spray can, but it was like a flamethrower, right? So he like sprays it all down. And like, I'm like, okay. And then suddenly the Wi-Fi and electricity go out. I'm like, "Thanks, dude. So what about this?" And he goes, "Don't worry about it. I'll get my mans on this." And I was like, "Bro, you're destroying my house. Stop it." So I'm like, "Okay, what do we do now?" He's like, give like 30 minutes to dry up so all the hornets go away." So I'm like, okay. And then I come inside in my basement, and like he's looking at the router in the basement and stuff. Then he comes and sits next to me, and I'm like, "Why are you sitting next to me, bro? You're my electrician."
Yo, get the fuck out of here.
Does he have a car or something?
Listen, and man, he just fought off a bunch of hornets for you, bro. He could take a rest, right?
Yeah, he's like, "You want to play some Mario Party?"
Okay, I'm getting to that. So like, I'm playing Overcooked with my friend. I'm playing Overcooked with my sister, right? We're playing Overcooked together on my PS4. Suddenly, I go to my home screen when he comes. He goes, "Oh, you have 2K?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Want to play me?" And I was like, "Bro, what?" I'm like, "Okay, sure." So I put up some 2K, and this dude he takes his shoes off. He puts his leg on the couch. He's just relaxing. I'm like, "Bro, you have a job to do." By the way,
you're on the clock.
Plus, dude, about the whole this, he was supposed to leave at 1 p.m. He came at 4. So I'm like, "Bro, can you I have somewhere to go." I had nowhere to go. I just said, "I had somewhere to go." So we're playing 2K, and he goes, "Yeah, man, you're good at this game." And I'm like, "I'm shit. I haven't played in years, bro. How am I beating you?" So after like an hour of us playing 2K, he goes, "All right, bro, I got to go back to my work now." And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, "What? Okay, sure. Go to your work." He's like, "All right, let me get your phone number. I'm going to give you my PSN. We can link up and play online."
Oh, my God.
I looked at him dead in the eyes, and I was like, "After you finish my work." And then he goes, "Oh, yeah, you know what? That makes sense, bro. I'm going to go do that instead." And I was like, "Bro, this is the funniest interaction I ever had with an electrician." He goes outside. It's all dried up, right? So he puts a new box in. He goes back to Home Depot, buys new cables and everything, puts new cables in and everything. And he finally fixes it up while the whole time I'm standing there, and he's venting to me about his girlfriend and his 2K and how his girlfriend has let him play 2K. Mm-hmm. And it's the funniest thing ever, but I'm pretty annoyed at the time. In hindsight, it's funny as shit.
Yeah.
He finishes up. He finally goes to his car. He gives me a call, goes, "All right, bro, I'm gonna hit you up tonight. And let's get on 2K, bro. You're good. I like your slasher character." And I'm like, it's my birthday this day, by the way. So I'm like, "Hey, I can't play, but I'll hit you up." He goes, "Oh yeah, by the way, happy birthday, bro. Come online. I'm gonna get you a dub on Warzone tonight too for your birthday." And I was like, "You're being way too friendly for an electrician." Oh, and then he comes to my door, right? He's like, "Hey, yo, bro, I did a lot of work. You think you give me like a nice tip or something?" He comes to my door after doing all this. He's like, "Can you get a tip?" And I'm like, "All right, bro. I'm gonna give you like $5. All I got in cash." I go, "Straight, bro. You give me the rest of the tip online." And I'm like, "Stop talking to me about my games.
What?
Stop talking to me about my games. Go home. Go away."
Yo, let me give you a tip, bro. Get the fuck out of my life.
Exactly.
Oh, dude, I think someone has a crush on you, bro. I'll be honest here.
He was at least 35.
And
It was at least a 35-year-old black guy who's from Baltimore. I knew he was from Baltimore because of his accent.
He's hip though, bro. He was just like, yo, let me play with you. You know, I'd be okay with that.
Hey, he just wanted a friend, man. Why are you so messed up? Like,
Cause I had no Wi-Fi for like 7 hours. And my LTE was bugging anyway. I was like, but I'm glad it got done and everything. That was like a really funny story. Oh, and the Hornets nest was funny because it was such a big nest because it was like so big. It was as big as like a 15-inch laptop. Like that's how big it was.
Disgusting.
What?
Oh my God.
Yeah, because that's how big
that
my
is disgusting.
that was my Wi-Fi box size, and he showed me, and it was just like huge. And he goes, "This is the only reason it's here is because like there's flowers underneath. There were flowers underneath the box." And he goes, "Yeah, that's why they're here."
Wait, what?
But
they're not bees. Why would the flowers attract them?
that's what he said. I'm gonna take what he said.
Science, bro. You don't know, man.
You know,
He's a fucking electrician. What do you know, man?
Exactly, bro. He knows my circuits. He knows my oomph law. Like like, I'll believe him.
I would have been like, did you go to college? No, I'm kidding. It's fine.
Yeah, man.
Hey, electricians make a lot of money though. I think they make at least 75K.
But like, there's always a chance that you electrocute yourself and die though.
I mean, are you about that guap or not? Simple question.
Yeah.
Either way. I bet he's a nice guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. Yeah, I actually, I won't lie. I played 2K with him last night. He's pretty fun. He got me a double Warzone.
I was gonna say, so like, I was so confused. So like, at like 1 a.m. last night, I was playing Fall Guys, right? And I was like, "Yo, Sahir, hop on." And I see he's playing 2K, and I'm so confused because I'm like, he hasn't played 2K in years, or months. And I'm just like, what? Why is he playing 2K again? And now it all makes sense. Now it all makes sense. You were playing with your new electrician buddy at 1 a.m.
So literally, like he texted me. He got my PSN too. So he added me on PSN like, "Yo, he texted me. I was the electrician. What's up?" I was like, "Okay, well, that's what's up." And so I added him as a friend. He goes, "All right, play with me now." And he got me dubs, and he was kind of funny. I was like, "Hey, you're a good guy, I guess." I was just mad that day.
He treated you like a girl at the bar, but he's like, "Yo, I'm the guy from the bar. Let's hang out."
Let's play.
That's pretty good though. So, is he coming to your wedding?
Yeah, he's actually the bride, to be honest. So like, it's all good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Honestly, I made the joke before, but like, what are the purposes of Hornets? Like, do we need them in our life at all? Like, can we just get rid of them at all? And like, just because I know,
I don't know.
I know the purpose of bees. I know bees do good for us, but like, what do hornets do?
Yeah, man. I hate all bugs. Like, no offense to bees. Like, some of them are pretty cute, but like, bugs freak me out, dude. I just want to get rid of them all. I know, like, the ecosystem and all that shit, like, they revolve around, like, bugs are important. But, like, dude, get that shit out of my fucking face. You know what I mean?
Dude,
I understand, bro. I get that completely.
It's disgusting. I don't know what happened. Maybe I like accidentally dropped a cookie somewhere, but there's like a bunch of ants in my room all the time nowadays. And I have no idea why. Dude. I wake up in the morning and there's just an ant right next to me in like my bed. It's just like this. Okay, whatever. I bring up the hornet thing because like yesterday, like it was kind of my birthday celebration. My birthday was in July, but like I couldn't do anything until recently, so I went to go hang out with my friends. And these hornets would not leave us alone. I don't know what's going on with Maryland hornets, but like they just kept swarming our picnic site or whatever. I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna come off as a flex, but like it was pretty cool. I'll be honest. So like these hornets just kept swarming us, and I was just eyeing one, just like keeping my eye directly on one that was just hovering over my friend's head. I just like go over her head with my hand. She's like staring, like, "What are you doing?" I just flick, and it's dead. It's just gone. That thing went like miles, bro. It was just gone. And I was pretty impressed with myself. And I would have left it at that. But right after that, another hornet showed up. And now my friends are looking at me. He's like, "Yo, you got this." So I just started flicking off. And believe it or not, I hit every single one of them. Every single one of them I got.
Damn.
And I'm just like, dang, I'm changing my name to Mr. Miyagi. And that's it.
Okay, Mr. One Flick Man.
Yeah. Dude, are you not scared they're going to sting your finger?
Honestly, I wasn't thinking at the time. I was just trying to impress the girl I was with, really. But
oh my god,
yeah,
Mr.
It
Bitches.
worked out, though. It worked out.
Mr. Bitches has one priority in life.
I'll be honest. Like all I got was a mosquito bite that night, so it worked out. So it was alright.
Oh, also, so Mo, I've been seeing that you play a lot of Super Mario Paper World recently, and I wanted to get that game on the Switch. Is it like a game you're just having fun with these days, or are you trying to complete it, or like what's up?
Yeah, so like or what's it called? Paper
Origami
Mario,
King?
Origami King. Yeah, I played like the one that was on the GameCube like earlier in March, because I never played any of the Paper Mario games.
Right.
So I played that one on the GameCube, and it was actually like really fun. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy the new one, and it's been pretty fun. It's like there are some aspects that actually really piss me off. Like there are some really stupid parts, but like overall, it's been pretty enjoyable. I'd recommend it if you like RPGs. It's kind of like a story-based RPG. It's pretty cool.
You know what's wild? I was actually gonna play that Thousand Year Door game, the one on the GameCube, but then I saw recently they're gonna remaster it for the Switch. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm waiting now.
Are they really?
Yeah, they are. They announced that. Yeah.
Oh damn! I did not know that.
I saw on your page you're like a really big Nintendo streamer. So like, what was your first console that you ever had?
Yeah. So my first console was the Nintendo GameCube. Like my dad, I don't even know. Honestly, I don't know, because you know we all have like brown parents. I don't know how he heard of the GameCube or like what compelled him to buy it, but one day he just shows up at home with the GameCube and Luigi's Mansion.
Ooh,
and like I'm like,
nice.
okay, like I don't know what the hell this is, but I'll use it. And yeah, it was the GameCube. It was like my favorite console of all time.
Are you a big fan of Melee or not?
So I'm not like the biggest Smash fan, but I do play Melee every now and then, like on my PC. Like I play with my friends, like emulating. You can play online.
Yeah.
It's really fun, actually.
Yeah, man. Like I'll be honest, my first console was the PS2, so I kind of have I never got to experience that GameCube era, you know. But recently, and Nintendo, please don't kill me for this, I've been emulating basically all the GameCube games on my emulator. So I've been getting a chance to play through them now.
Yeah,
like,
dude, that I emulate all my shit too. Like, no, Nintendo, if you're hearing this, like, obviously, I don't even know what emulation is, but I've been playing all that shit like all the time on Dolphin. It's so much fun.
Yeah, exactly, right? I've been playing Tales of Symphonia, I think that's what it's called. That's like,
oh, I heard that was so good.
Yeah, I've heard so much about it, and it's like the main character is voiced by the guy who voices Robin from Teen Titans, so it's just really funny listening to the game. This is really funny.
Cool.
God, man, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on with me.
Hey, no worries, man.
I think it's something in the air too, because a lot of my other friends are also like coming down with something.
I think I don't know if you guys are aware, we're actually in a pandemic, and there's actually a virus going on.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's crazy. I'll be honest with you guys. All right, so I think I know why my voice is dying. So like basically, my voice has so much bass in it, right? I feel like every time I talk, I just blow out my vocal box. So, with that in mind, I was going to say, so like with that, I think I can only talk at full volume like once a week. And since, like I said, yesterday was my birthday thing, I think I used up my vocal cords there. So now it's just like, usually I save it for the podcast, but now this week I decided to have fun. So now I know I can't do that anymore.
So I was going to say, have you ever done a vocal warm-up?
What's this? No.
All right. So like, you know, I do like singing and stuff. So warming up your voice is like super important. And I didn't realize this, to be honest. So whenever I streamed, after streaming, like I only stream for like an hour, 2 hours at a time. And after 1 hour, I can feel my throat hurts like really badly. I'm like, oh, this is probably just normal because, you know, I'm so energetic. I'm always talking. Like, you know, I'm probably just wearing out my voice. I didn't realize that if I just did a 5-minute warm-up right before streaming, I could talk for 5 hours, feel no pain or anything. Dang. Like literally, if I didn't warm up, I feel the pain for like 2 or 3 days, residual pain. I have to take like throat numbing cough drops. So you should try doing a 5-minute warm up before you do the podcast. I can link you a video. It helps. Like it actually helps. It's ridiculous.
Is it like the do re mi fa sol la ti do thing or what? Like what is it usually?
It's so you're gonna sound like a total weirdo. So if you don't want to be judged by your family, you gotta hide it. But basically, you go like. Like some stupid shit like that.
It wasn't exactly that at all.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, like you make all these weird sounds, but it's like formulated so that your voice is like ready, and it's like, okay, I can do whatever I want now, basically. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, honestly, bro, I don't even know. Like, where are you situated? Like, where you from?
Oh yeah, so my parents are from Pakistan.
Of course.
I was born in America. I live in Virginia, so.
Oh, okay, that's not too far then. Yeah. Like, I don't. Did Sahir tell you they were all from Maryland?
Yeah. I know you guys from Maryland.
So they were already all friends for like years, and then in 2012 I moved from Pakistan to this Maryland area, in Maryland. So that's when we all met at the local masjid, and we're like friends since then.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, that's one thing like when I was a kid, I was like forced to go to the masjid because you know, like my parents are religious and stuff. But I actually like looking back, I'm kind of glad because like I met some pretty cool people there. You know.
Yeah, it's always underrated because as a kid, you're like, oh God, again and again and again, same people. Oh, they're so lame. But those same lame people, they're like, you know, you get along with them. You're kind of friends with them over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's definitely interesting, especially when whenever I used to go to school and I would tell them, oh yeah, I have these friends, and I'd be like, oh, like where'd you meet them? And I'd be like, I don't, we just meet up at the masjid, I guess. Like when I got later in life in college and stuff like that, whenever I'd be like, oh, these are my childhood friends, and I always be like, we never went to school together, we never did anything except go to the masjid and meet up afterwards sometimes. So it kind of, yeah, it's an interesting dynamic.
It's not even just like mosques and masjids and stuff. It's like any religious institution. Like my friend Chike, he goes to a Nigerian Baptist church. His friend, due to this church, is Victor Oladipo, one of the star players of the Indiana Pacers, because he grew up with him. So he went to that same church, and they know each other because of that. And at some family parties, Victor Oladipo will just be there now. And like he doesn't know how to explain how they know each other, except we were just friends in church.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
I gotta ask, man. So like, you said you go to the mosque. Like, you can be honest, but like, did you ever meet anyone at the mosque who was into the same things that you were?
Actually, yeah. So like,
that's wild.
I mean, I've always been a weird kid.
Hold up, stop lying. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Wait, what do you mean?
Just go ahead.
I've always been like a loser. I had like very little friends growing up, but like not surprisingly, like, you know, brown kids are weird, dude. They're sheltered. They turn out weird. So when you go to the masjid, it's all just a bunch of weird brown kids like congested into this room. And, you know, you're going to find like the jocks who play like football outside. And then you're going to find the losers like me who are like, hey, do you have a GameCube? Luigi mentioned. So I met like 2 or 3 kids that were like weirdos, but I haven't really ever like reached out. Like, I don't even know if they exist anymore because like I haven't heard from them since I was like 7, you know?
Oh, geez, man. Yeah. Oh, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, like the reason I said that is because like when like growing up, so like Sahir came here when he was like 12, I guess, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I spent my entire life here, right? And I never met anyone at the masjid who was into the things I was into. To be fair, I was an only child, and from what I remember, basically no one at my masjid was also an only child. Everyone else either had like a sibling or like cousins that they could hang out with. I was just here by myself. I didn't have any cousins. I didn't have any siblings at the time. So I was more into like those like, you know, like solo experiences. I played like a bunch of RPGs and like things like that. So like that's always what I've been into. Like I've been to movies, TV, things like that. And like when all the other kids were playing like basketball and things like that, I used to just watch and stuff. But, you know, as I got older and I've reflected on my time, I realized it wasn't that bad. I'm comfortable with liking the things I like nowadays. And part of that was just not like changing myself to be a part of like the other crowd, you know?
Right. Nah, dude, I get that like 100%. Like obviously like I wasn't like really popular, you know. I had like one friend at the masjid, but like at one friend, like I went to his house like every weekend and we like, you know, watched like weird YouTube videos and we played like Counter-Strike and like stupid shit like that. But other than that, like, you know, it was weird because like everyone's like playing football and stuff, and like I always wanted to play, but like I didn't know how. Like I sucked at sports, so like it was just like a weird like I don't have friends, but like that's what happens when you're weird, you know?
Yeah. It's so interesting you keep saying football because like everyone I know plays basketball. I guess Virginia is more of like a football thing.
Thing is, like the mosque near our house is not it. Like they built it from someone's house, so. It was just a single family home. They converted it into a masjid, and like there's no like basketball court or anything. Like they had a hoop that someone bought, but then they broke it because, you know, brown kids are dumb. And then they bought a new hoop, but then the brown kids broke it because they're dumb. So all we could afford is like some kid bringing a football and running in the parking lot, like, oh, pass me the ball.
I said ours is kind of like a similar story with our masjid. So like ours was some kind of farm type thing like years ago, and then this piece of land was just bought, and it's like not that big of an honesty. I mean, it's a large piece of land, but the masjid is honestly like pretty small. Like someone's basement could be as big as that. And there's like but because it was like a farm or something, there's like a basketball hoop and everything, and literally right across from us is a big ass church. So it's in like a weird land as well.
Well, to Sahir's point, that's actually the masjid that you're imagining right now is actually our second version of that. The original version was like this really dinky apartment in Annapolis where like you had to like climb all these stairs to get to them. And at the top of the stairs, there was like a hornet's nest just to bring it back around, like every day.
No.
And so it's just like, imagine people going up there for Jummah and like the hornet's nest is just right there every single day. It's horrifying, you know?
Oh man, that's so funny. Like that's terrible, but that's hilarious.
I don't know how you got the old brown women to get up there. Like, oh, nah, hornet's nest? Yeah, bro, we skipped this one. We're not going up there at
Yeah,
all.
right. Like, God understands.
It's wild because like I want you guys to picture. So the hornet's nest is right underneath the platform like that goes into the door. So like it's right underneath, and like there's just stairs beneath it. So if there's like people making enough pressure, right, that hornet's nest just gonna fall straight on them. You know, it's just.
Oh my God.
It was awful. I don't know how we lived like that.
I don't know how the kids there didn't just go, yeah, today's the day, the hornet's nest is coming down, bro. Time to put pressure on this shit.
Yeah, right.
But like, I'm glad that we're talking about this because I mean, again, I don't want to speak in general terms, but I feel like the Desi community is a pretty judgmental place, you know, like just a little bit.
Oh yeah, dude.
But I'm glad that we have this chance to talk about this stuff because like, I think it's important to emphasize that everyone has like their own Desi American experience, you know? Like, I talk to a lot of people who say like, oh, you're acting really white, but like you're acting not Desi enough. And like, oh, these are what the Desi kids are doing, you know? And I'm just like, dude, I'm still Desi. I can still like the things I like. And that's just part of my Desi experience, you know? I feel like people should be proud of their own experience. And like for example,
Dude,
Sahir here loved
go ahead.
Pokemon. Like Sahir loved Pokemon when he came here. But then he went to a school that didn't accept that, so he dropped it from his life.
Damn.
Oh no, I got aggressively bullied for like 3 years. So I had to
What
change
the
it.
fuck?
Yeah, I was in PG County, so like Pokemon, right?
Oh.
I came and like immediately like it was like I got bullied, thrown on the stairs and all that good stuff. Just like basic bullying and stuff. And like video games, hella, just like bullying all that. I loved Legos. Even as a sounds great, I loved playing with like complicated Legos. I just had it in a class one day, and that was the whole thing for a whole year. Lego Man's year.
Oh, jeez.
What?
Yeah.
So I had to drop everything, and then I picked it back up. Like I stopped caring around like junior year of high school. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just do me. And I got back into Pokemon, got back into video games, got back into movies and TV that I loved, and I got back to being a nerd.
Yeah, man. That fucking sucks. Like I'm so lucky that my parents they moved to like where I'm at. I live in this like super privileged like bubble in Northern Virginia. Like I don't think I've ever been bullied in my life. And like you look at me and you hear what I'm saying. I'm clearly like a weird kid growing up, but no one's ever made fun of me like on a serious degree like that. And I'm like, I feel bad for like the people like you that like literally had to like change the person they kind of were just so that they wouldn't get beat up. That's like fucked up.
It's right. The same people like years later were like, "Hey, we like Pokemon too. We just never said it out loud." Like, fuck you, bitch. You have X or Y.
Yeah, right.
It's really sad that it has to always be like a reflective thing. Like you'd be like, "Oh yeah, wait, why was I changing?" But like,
right.
I think that's slowly changing now. I feel like with like like Marvel movies and stuff like that, I feel like people are like, people just like whatever they like now. And plus, with the internet, you can always find your own bubble. So. I feel like
dude.
Yeah.
It's like super accepting now. Like you talk to any like I met some people from like DC and Baltimore, Maryland. And they're all into anime. They're all fucking like weeaboos. I'm like, I would never picture these people into anime, but they are. I'm like, what? It's like super accepting now. Like no one's really gonna make fun of you. And whoever does make fun of you, they're the loser now. You know what I mean?
They're the weird ones.
Yeah.
I feel really good for the generation coming up because it's actually cool to be independent and like the weird one or like have unique tastes. You're actually cooler if you have that now versus even a few years ago.
Yeah, you have a personality now.
Exactly. Like it's more looked brightly upon. So like my sisters, they're younger than me. I always watched anime since I was young, since I was like 7 years old. I'd loved anime. I couldn't really say it out loud until a few years ago, but they're coming up. They're like my sister's in the 10th grade. She's in the 8th grade actually. Whoa. And she watches anime, no problem. Like no one cares. All her friends, all her classmates watch anime. She can do whatever she wants. She paints. Nobody's into sports. Like you can do whatever you want. You're like everything's fine now.
Yeah, dude, that's like super cool.
Mm-hmm. It allows people to like express what they want to do and it allows for more people to be what they want and not regret what they did like later in life. Because you see all these people like big professionals like engineers and lawyers. Even these days, they have a lot of regrets. Like forced into this. They didn't really want to do this. So parents wanted us. Now you'll see more people coming up in the future with like people who actually want to do engineering and lawyer stuff, but people also really, really want to do like
Mhm.
film or like artwork and stuff, and they actually have an opportunity with like different prospects. Like you have
Yeah.
a full photography fake, which is by the way great, and also you have like arts and F stuff, and like you can actually do that openly now, which is great.
Yeah, it's I think it's like a huge thing, like a positive benefit of how like the internet has like evolved and social media, because
Mhm.
now everyone's like, wait, the weird kid, there's so many people like them online. They're not weird anymore. And like, oh, you can actually make money doing this stuff. Well, I guess that's normal now, you
Mhm.
know?
Yeah,
I think it's always been like that. And then if you think about it, it's always it's probably it was like way worse for them back then because like they didn't have like the opportunities we have right now, like through the internet. So like if some kid was in like the small town, he was like really into theater, like he probably didn't have any chance of becoming an actor unless he like moved to like Hollywood or something, you know?
yeah.
But like
Yeah.
now you can like throw yourself online through auditions and stuff, and like you can actually, people can see you before you move to Hollywood. It's
And I think this pandemic really just shows like how important the internet was to like expression and like creating different avenues for life because of it recent surge in many like services that do like online things like Fiverr or OnlyFans or just these type of things. They've had a big surge because
I like how we went from
I know.
Fiverr
no,
to
he's right though.
OnlyFans.
But if you,
Like Minecraft Let's Plays, Fiverr, OnlyFans.
Yeah.
but oh yeah, but, like
Pornhub,
video
yeah,
games,
yeah.
just like it shows like different things you can do on the internet. It's been really, really like exemplified because of the pandemic, which is I guess one of the positives of this horrible crisis.
Yeah.
TikTok. Oh wait, never mind.
Wait, what's happening with that? Does anyone keep up with that? Because I don't care about TikTok.
I think it's getting. I think Trump. Yeah, I think I do know. Trump banned is gonna
I
ban.
think I know.
I think Trump's gonna ban TikTok by the end of the month, if unless they sell their services to an American
Mhm.
company, which is I think a pretty smart thing. He's trying to just make more money for the U.S. So
Well,
he's forcing
yeah.
what's it called? Brain Surge, I think the parent
No,
company.
it's a Byte something.
Tencent?
Bite,
Oh,
bite
Byte
something.
something.
Yeah,
It's the
yeah.
company that owns TikTok. Yeah. So like, I actually saw this on Twitter. So like, Trump signed an executive order that basically is gonna force TikTok to sell its shares. Nah, dude. Like, if you go back and listen to this podcast, I shit like a massive amount on TikTok. But I heard that Facebook is making their own version of TikTok soon, and I'm not gonna lie, I feel like we're definitely gonna jump on that. After seeing how massive TikTok got, I'm like, yo, there's so many
yeah.
opportunities if you just jump on the next trend, you know?
Yeah, just don't judge it, just jump on it. Like a lot of things can happen.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get that. Dude, like when Vine was around, I wish I jumped on it, man. Because everyone was like, dude, you should do stand up. You should do stand up. Like, dude, if I did Vine, I'd be like the next Logan Paul or something. Like, not actually Logan Paul, but I'd be like the next like Cody Ko or some shit, Like, I'd be over
Yeah,
there.
Cody Ko's
But I
good.
just never did it. And then I totally regret it. And then TikTok came around and like, I just didn't jump on it either because I downloaded the app, but nothing on there, like, I'm going to sound like a boomer, but like, I didn't think anything on there was funny. Like, no offense to anyone who makes like TikToks, but like I just couldn't find it funny. So like I didn't want to post on there because like none of my shit would land with the audience. So, like I don't know.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I use TikTok a lot, and I've actually got a bunch of like nice recipes off of it. Like
Oh yeah,
I like to cook and like video game tips, like showing me different tricks on my PS4 or my Steam account, or like different
yeah,
tricks on my Warzone and stuff. And a lot of my friends, like me who play Call of Duty together or like 2K together, we're like exchanging TikToks based on different tips because of the
that's
updates.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately, it's true. Like, if you're like me, who just did not really want to watch people dancing for 5 hours, that is the front page of
Yeah,
TikTok. But if you go deeper, there is some cool stuff in there, and that's why I'm more willing to give the next iteration a shot. Like,
yeah,
I realize that you only start feeling old when you start like just judging something before you give it a shot. So I'm ready
yeah.
to
That's
take that
true.
next step. I really am. All right, guys. We gotta stop the podcast for a second to talk about your security. Whether you're looking to stream your favorite movies or secure your traffic while using public Wi-Fi, finding the right VPN is absolutely daunting. What should you be looking for? One word: trust. Proton VPN offers a private and trusted solution that is funded not by a board of bigwigs, but by the community of users. There is a no revenue from ad sale policy that they live by. Their philosophy: the people over profit. Not only is Proton VPN transparent and secure, but it's also fast, reliable, and stable. You can virtually connect with over 50 countries. You trying to watch Japanese Netflix for some reason? Go ahead, you can. Click the link in the description to get over 30% off their 2-year plan. Plus, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. That's Proton VPN. Take back your security now.
Fall Guys.
So like, oh, yo, actually, I wasn't going to talk about Fall Guys, but we should talk about Fall Guys for real.
Talk about it, dude. I got my thoughts.
Okay, so I'm gonna sound. Oh, okay. You're the guest, Mo. Go ahead, man. What do you think of Fall Guys so far? Just so everyone knows, Fall Guys is imagine it as like Wipeout. It's a battle royale, but in the style of Wipeout, where like you're basically trying to go through an obstacle course with like everyone else, and it's just like it's really fun. It's really cool. I've seen like really funny clips based on it. But go ahead, Mo. What do you think?
All right, so. Like you said, it's like a game show kind of deal with like wacky, levels and stuff. But the game is a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun playing it. My only complaint is that I don't think it's like worth $20, which it's $20 on Steam. It's free on PlayStation Plus, which is pretty cool. But I don't have a PlayStation, so
Oh no.
I don't think it's worth $20 right now because they just released it from beta, and like already the servers are like dying every single day. It's like, oh, is Fall Guys down? Yep, it's down. Steam down? Oh, Steam's down. What? How did that happen? Probably Fall Guys. And the lobby size is only 4 people, so the game size is 60 people. You can have 60 people in one match, but you can only have 3 other friends with you, which is so lame. I get it. Like maybe like 6 more. Like if it was like 6 instead of 4, that'd be pretty cool because some people have more friends. And then also what's stupid is there's no option for like a custom game. Like what if I want to play with just my friends? Right. I should be able to do that,
Yeah.
It's like they're lacking so much basic stuff. And I'm also like concerned for the longevity of the game itself because it's not free to play on PC. It's $20.
Right.
And like they have like after you play like 5 hours, you get like used to all the levels. You know what's gonna happen. Oh, this is gonna happen with this. Like people are gonna get bored of it like really easily. Like, when are they going to update it? What are their plans? Like, I don't know,
But Mo, the battle pass, you have to get the chicken outfit.
Dude, I don't give a shit about the battle pass. No, I was just saying, what do you think?
Like, sorry, what do you think? Like, how far did you play?
I didn't play too much. I played just a couple levels before starting the podcast, but it seemed like a fun game. But like he said, like the levels seem kind of repetitive, and like after a few plays, you know what to do, and the game definitely does not seem worth $20. Like it was free on PSN, and that's the only reason I got it. But if this was an actual $20 game, I would not buy it. I think it has a long way to go, and I think in the coming months and stuff, it'll it'll get worked on and stuff. But right now, it's definitely not worth $20.
All right, so in my mind, I don't know how smart the development team is, but if I was the one making this game, this is exactly what I would do. I would literally go down the Fortnite model. People forget this, but Fortnite actually cost money as well, like when it started out. But they were expecting to sell the whole campaign with it, right? But then they realized that the Battle Royale was way more popular, and then they decided to make it just a free-to-play model, And then they started introducing all these other features. And now if you look at Fortnite now versus when it first came out, it looks like an entirely different game. There's like so much added stuff, right? So if I'm the people in charge of Fall Guys, I'm like, okay, cool. People enjoy this. Let's keep adding maps. Let's keep adding seasons. Let's keep adding, let's just keep doing this. Let's make it free to play like before and have like an actual battle pass just like Fortnite does. Like right now, you can get certain costumes.
That might be their plan.
Yeah. Which in my mind is why I think that's why I'm like, this could be the next big thing. Unique take on the Battle Royale genre. I haven't seen anything like this so far. So I want to see more. I want to see what they can do with the concept. Because they can literally just take the freaking map from Wipeout and just put it into this game. Like, why not? It can be so much fun, right? Like, I agree. They really should have fixed the servers on day one. Like, you made the game free on PlayStation Plus. You should have known it was going to be super big. I don't know what was going through your mind with that, but yeah, like I can see the game getting big if they're smart with it, like you said.
So the game is definitely big. Like every streamer on Twitch is playing this game. It's definitely popular for a reason. The visuals are appealing. It's colorful and it's fun. And it's goofy. It's easy to pick up. The only thing is, like we're talking about, is like the future of the game. And I definitely think they should do the free to play thing like next month or something, because they made a shit ton of money, man. I don't know. I forgot how much they sold, but they sold the game a lot. Everyone's playing this game. And I think if they make it free to play, it'll like set in stone that this game will be like playable like a year from now, especially if they're continually updating it. One thing I would love to see if I mean obviously they're never gonna do this, but I don't know if you guys have ever played Mario Party like on the GameCube.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
So I'm like we need games like that, you know. And if they had like a custom game mode where you could play with like 4 to 6 people online with your friends, and kind of like a board game setting where you play like Mario Party style, like board game style, and then you play a mini game, like that would be like so cool. And I'd love to see something like that added to the game. I think that would give it like even more replayability because it's not just like mini games; it's like more than mini games, you know.
I think a party would be pretty
More
fun
maps, more
if we had like the like you described the 6 player version or something. I think it'd be much more fun. Plus, I think they should have like a team version of it too, like not just like a one-on-one, just like a team version of the game.
Nah, dude.
Yeah,
They have team modes and they all suck.
They all
Oh.
bro, I hate all the team games, bro. Like the soccer one,
Same.
it can go fuck itself. It's trying so hard to be Rocket League, but it's not Rocket League, bro. It's not good. I don't like it.
It's. I mean, they all suck. Like I don't want to be an asshole, but they're all dumb. You're just dependent on how dumb your team is versus how dumb their team is. You know what I mean?
We'll see. I have high hopes for Fall Guys. I can see it shooting up, but it's just if they're just smart about it, like we've been saying. So
Yeah.
To me, the characters, like the faces, look like sockets, like wall sockets. I can't get that image out of my mind. It just keeps looking like wall sockets.
you just ruined the game for me, bro. Oh my god. I didn't even
Yeah,
think about that.
what
Oh
the
my
hell,
God.
man? I'm refunding it.
I guess the last thing I wanted to talk about before we like wrap up is yo Mo, how much are you into like movies? Do you watch movies or not really?
I mean, I'll watch movies, but I'm not like a huge like cinema guy, you know.
Okay, that's fair. Are you excited for like Mulan or Black Widow?
Black Widow, that's the one from Marvel, right?
Yeah.
She wasn't like ever my favorite character. Like, I think I liked like the one that like the Thor movie was pretty fun. Like Ragnarok, that was pretty cool.
Mhm.
I mean, I'll probably end up watching Black Widow. The Mulan one, I'm not really that hyped for because like, didn't they say they removed like all the fun aspects of the movie?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
they're making
songs
it-
and like the dragon and everything.
They're making it more realistic, yet Mulan has like mystical powers for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
So the Black Widow
not-
movie, is it the same Black Widow as from the movies, or is it like a different character? It's a different actor.
No,
It's
a,
her backstory,
it's a
right?
prequel. It's a prequel.
No.
Yeah.
But I'm saying the actor in the Black Widow movie, is it the same as the?
It's Scarlett Johansson.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Now I want to watch the movie.
Oh, thank God,
All
Scarlett
right.
Johansson's in it. I couldn't watch it otherwise. I mean, we gotta talk. The reason I'm bringing this up is because they recently announced that both of the films are going to be on Disney Plus. Like like Disney has decided that this pandemic is not ending anytime soon, so they're just going to put all their big movies on Disney Plus now.
I think that's smart because they have a schedule to meet and stuff. So might as well just do that. Otherwise, you keep your movies for 3 years, people might lose interest, or like you might not get as big
Yeah.
as a crowd as you expect these days. Because imagine Infinity War came out. Was it Infinity? Yeah, Infinity War came out in 2018, right? The 2017, and Part 2 didn't come out until 2021. You'd have a lesser of an audience than
yeah,
it would than the very next year. So they want to capitalize on the hype
Uh,
while they have it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Aren't like other companies are doing that too? Like they're doing straight to home
Yeah.
release, or you can buy or rent the movie.
A lot of movies are doing that. They're straight to a home release.
Yeah.
Right. But so this is why this is interesting. So Disney Plus is a subscription-based service, right? So you have to pay $6.99 per month. I
Oh
think.
yeah, I saw this on Twitter.
Yeah. But for Mulan and Black Widow specifically, you have to pay an added $30 to watch the movie. And then you get to watch it as many
Whoa.
times as you want while you have the subscription. So like, how are we feeling about this?
Yeah,
An extra
So-
$30 or $3?
30.
30.
Damn, just for one movie?
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
Bro,
To be fair, that's how much movies on VOD cost anyway. So
dog, I go to the theater to watch a movie for $7 plus popcorn, but like, damn, $30.
wait, $7. Where the fuck do you go?
where do you go?
I mean,
bro?
I sneak in. I haven't paid a movie ticket in years, but like that's besides the point.
All right. So like, okay. So in my mind, like when you read this on paper, this sounds terrible, right? Like this sounds like a complete ripoff, right? Like you're already
Yeah.
paying the subscription,
Yeah.
then you gotta pay $30 extra. But okay, so like I'm an economics major. I'm trying to break this down for everyone, I guess. If you think about it, if you're a single person, if you're like a one person who goes to the movie by himself without like any friends or anything, you just go by yourself, right? It's a ripoff. It's a straight ripoff. Like you just go to the theater by yourself. It's way cheaper than paying for Disney Plus and then also,
Yeah.
paying the money. But you have to realize Disney Plus and these films are family films, right? Like my family, when we went to go watch Avengers Endgame, the bill was like $160, and that's not even adding the popcorn and stuff that we had to pay for afterwards. So this is a pretty good deal for families. Like if you think about it, especially for Mulan, right? Like I'm sure like huge families want to go watch Mulan. So in my mind, this kind of works out for the family, which is the Disney demographic anyway, right?
Okay.
I mean, I see what you're saying. Like, it obviously that makes sense. Like, if there's like 6 people, 5 people living in a house, they only have to pay $30. But like, again, like, what if like you don't watch movies with your family? Like, I don't do shit with my family. Like, what if I just want to watch the new Marvel movie? Like, I don't want to pay $30 for that. You know?
So, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I get what you're trying to say, Ruslan. I guess you're trying to say like, oh, a lot of the big budget that comes out of movies for like family movies is from families and like big purchases and stuff. But I think it would be cheaper. I think it'd be more smarter if you had like, yeah, rent the movie, yeah, Disney Plus, watch the movie for $10 or like $15. Oh yeah, but it expires in 2 days. Then you gotta renew it, Because I feel like a lot of kids, especially I did this as a kid. I watch a movie, I would love it, can't wait for it to come out on like disc or something, and I kept watching it for like years. So I think it'd be smarter if they did like, hey, buy the movie, great. Now you have it for a week after week. You have to rebuy it.
I think people would get mad about that.
I think people would be more pissed off at that, to be honest. I don't think people would like that at all.
Like you tell me I have to pay every time I want to watch it?
Yeah, at least with this model, you get to keep the film as long as you're Disney Plus,
Yeah, I mean, in my model, I have it so like you have to pay until like maybe 60, 70 days or something, like maybe like a year or something, and then it goes onto your.
Yeah, I don't know if Disney wants to do all that. I'll be honest with you.
It goes on the OG Disney Plus.
So you actually have to subscribe to their second server, the movie service, and they're gonna bill you like a credit card every month.
Oh, I'm paying for Black Widow every single month now. Okay, no. But no, like I said in the preface, like if you're a single person, if you are like a single person who just wants to watch a movie, this is a complete ripoff. Like you should not do this. I don't condone piracy because I don't want people to pirate the stuff I make, but they're kind of showing their hands,
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
I get it. Like, it's directly supporting the people who made the movie too. So it's like, they need their money and they usually get the money from the theaters and stuff. So it kind of makes sense. But then again, it's also Disney. And like Disney's like one of the richest companies in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Like they definitely have enough money. Like they don't have to charge $30. They could easily charge $15, like a normal price.
I mean, Mo, you're right, bro. But like, think about it. The park's been shut down. I
was just thinking about that.
They opened their parks, didn't they?
They reclosed them.
Yeah.
Oh, they closed it finally, dude. I don't know what the hell they were thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not trying to be like I'm not trying to broad sympathy on the corporation, but like in my mind, this movie cost like $200 million to make. They gotta make it back somehow, right? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
From an economic standpoint, it makes a lot of sense. From fuck the big companies. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I'll probably do it just because like it's a lot cheaper than just taking my sisters and I to go to the movie theater, But we'll see. We'll see how well. I'm curious to see how well it does. I really am. I want to know how many people either buy Disney Plus or just pirate it. I'm really curious.
Speaking of movie theaters, weren't they supposed to be opened up like 2 weeks ago or something?
I hope not. I mean, where'd you hear that?
I saw
they were supposed to open on July 31st for like Christopher Nolan's new movie Tenet, but that got pushed back. Yeah, and they just still haven't shut down. But I actually saw in Europe, theaters are opening up again. Like theaters are back up.
Because Europe is smart. Like they everywhere around the world, any first world country or developed country, they made good precautions. We just didn't have any precautions, so everything's still closed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
So like how we always end every episode, we like to leave it with something positive. I don't know if you got to this part in the episode that you listened to, but at the end of every show, we basically just talk about one thing that we're excited for. We want to like leave the people some positivity, So, Mo, like what's something that you're excited for? It could be like sports, movies, TV, games, anything. Just something that you personally are excited for.
Man, yeah, I got to that part in both the episodes. I was just like trying to think of something because like nothing really makes me excited anymore.
Oh yeah, no, I feel that, dude.
I feel that.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, and I don't know. The only thing that would excite me is if like Nintendo were to release like a brand new Mario Galaxy or like a Super Mario Sunshine type of game because like I wasn't a huge fan of Mario Odyssey.
Oh, blasphemy!
If they made a new game,
hold up,
cool.
scrap the whole episode.
I know.
I'm kidding,
Okay,
it's whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. What about you guys?
So I said about a couple things this week. One, finally my summer classes are ending, so I'm finally done with this shitty ass school for like a couple weeks. I'm also excited because I'm moving in back to my apartment this week, so I'm out of my house. I'll be gone, and
nice.
Yeah, that's good. Nice. I'm moving back to the Nova.
Yeah, dude. I might not see you because I've been staying at my house for the past like 4 months.
I know what it is. Okay, so like,
all right.
I'm excited because my cousin's coming back from Pakistan to come hang out with us for a little bit. Like I said, Hassan's coming back. Yeah. Basically, yeah. Like I don't really have many male cousins in America with me, so it's just nice when the dude comes over and we can just like play games or go out sometimes. It'll be fun. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that's actually really cool, man.
All right, yo, so Mo, thank you so much for doing this, brother. Like, where can the people reach you again?
I can find me on Twitch, Funky Kong 245, Funky like FUNKY KONG 245. Also on Twitter at Daquon Jerrel, DAQUONJERREL. And like all my links are like in my bio and all that stuff.
I saw that, dude. Yeah, I saw that. That was so cool. Like I was like, I went on your Twitter page and I'm like, where's the links? And then I click on the thing. It's just like all right there. I really appreciated that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Like no, it's so awesome that you're doing what you're doing, man. We need more Desi voices out there, bro. And like a lot of the people we talked to are also streaming. So like maybe we'll all do like one big What the Deuce collaboration. So like look out for that, dude. For real. You were awesome to talk to.
Yeah, I'd be down.
All right. Yo, Sahir, is there anything you want to say before we sign off?
That's it, man. Everybody just like, so thank you guys for watching this episode. I appreciate Daquon Jerrel / Funky Kong 245 for joining us for the podcast. I do really appreciate him coming on. Guys, don't forget to subscribe, leave a positive review on our Apple Podcast page. We really appreciate it. And go follow our good friend Daquon Jerrel on Twitter and everywhere else.
Yo, thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next week. Bye.